methodology for working on bursts. Yeah, so like, I mean, I apologize to like my friends and fans. I've like owe them this video. Like, I did a conversation with Root Reducer because I admire his attitude is very similar to I think a lot of us who like want to be the best at the game or try to be the best. So I like that he wants to try to compete with us. I think it's really cool. So the answer is just like deliberate practice, which means like you just have to be uncomfortable and okay with it, and just like if your goal is to like get good at bursts, then you have to like basically exposure therapy yourself to bursts. So it's just like, yeah, playing stuff like One Bite, or playing stuff like Lick It, or playing like just going and just literally only playing songs that have crazy bursts. The point of that is to understand why you can't do them. Why can't I do bursts? Am I physically incapable? Am I not reading it correctly? Am I not like moving my foot correctly? There's so many, like, the game is not impossible. The game is doable. You just have to know what you're doing wrong. So that's what I do for bursts, for anything. Like I just have to know what I'm doing wrong so I can course correct.
Yep. And yeah, again, re-emphasizing the deliberate practice here. After you get over the stage of, okay, I know I'm doing this wrong, it's exactly knowing what you're doing wrong each individual time you play a song or section.
Yep.
It's being mindful every single step. So rather than saying, oh, I just want to get a better score on this song between plays, it's like, okay, what did I do wrong last time, and what can I make sure I am consistent on to stay getting around the same score or improving every time.
Exactly. Yeah, so like really, I mean, I still want to quad lick it. I haven't quad lick it, but I think it's just like my goal is like I already set my goal earlier, which is like before I play you in a tournament, I want you to think you lost. That's my goal. So if that's my goal and I'm working backwards, I can't be bad at songs with bursts. So it means playing stuff like with bursts until I understand why I can't do that. And then putting in the work to get the good scores. I don't know.
And then when you get the good scores, you can post them as a power play.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's just like, it's fun. You know, I get enjoyment out of the game by like, in order, I think, testing my limits personally. Like that's number one. And two is like being social. And so it's like, if I can do both of those at the same time, like, e.g., card draws with Rob, like that's exactly, like, that's great. So, yeah. So everybody, I think also everybody has to find what's important to them. So if getting good at something you suck at is not fun to you, do not do it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people get hung up on that too. It's like, do you actually want to be really good at a video game? Like, if not, don't do it. Like, it's not for everybody.
Just because you see people that are successfully doing it and having fun, it doesn't mean that is for you.
Your fun could be just playing with your partner, or like I don't know,
You're a spectator even.
or just making charts.
Yeah.
Like people, like it's. I always talk to my wife about this because she's just like casually into it. Like it's crazy, the languages, like 4 arrows can speak. Like there's so like, it's just crazy. It's just like, it's not a complicated game. There's 4 arrows. Like that's it.
But it's so funny though, with 4 arrows, oftentimes like the charting flavor, you're like often like depending on, you can tell who makes charts.
Totally.
Zexyu being super consistent on this song, taking that 9 excellence to 6.
Good stuff. I think if you can 98 EX anything, you are kind of in that top echelon of players. I think 98 EX is like really, really good. It's like you've definitely moved on from like the old Fantastic window, for sure. So 98.55.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff. And 96, I think you're well on your way. Like 96, like again, HellKite gotta be dealing with some fatigue at this point. There's so many songs in. It's like his 30th song of the day. He's played a lot of matches.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, the fact that he's still getting above 90, even like 94, 95 EX scores is very, very impressive.
Yeah, like his graph is mostly flat. I think like he is getting tired. Like I don't know.
Those like excellence and straight judgments definitely read as like fatigue.
Yep.
Especially since a lot of them are coming at like not even dense sections.
Yep. Dude, I don't know anything about like how Poyo is doing, because I know he's an insanely strong DDR player. But yeah, he's on the other channel, Red Note Gaming, I believe.
I think from what he told me a little bit earlier, he played a handful of songs just because he had no idea what kind of tier he'd be in. And then whatever he played yesterday, and that's what he's played in the pack.
Respect. That's pretty much how I do DDR tournaments, so makes sense.
DDR has definitely become a good sight read tournament in 2023-2024 era.
Were you similar in that like Champions League was your last hurrah?
Kinda. Because people are asking me if I'm going to the big deal. I'm like, if I do, it's not as a competitor.
Yeah.
I think I would do a Champions League too if it happened. But as far as like head-to-head IRL DDR events, it would take a lot.
Yeah.
Come back.
ICG is just like so fun. Like I don't know.
I still
biased, but
I still have fun doing the stuff I hate in this game.
Exactly. Yeah. You just have to yell at Tony a lot. Or me, I guess. I don't know.
Going back to what I was saying on this song earlier with how I performed the one of the footstool sections, I want to see how the players
No, I'll peep also. It's coming up in this section right here. Here we go.
Here we go.
Nope. All the jacking. We be jacking.
Honestly, Zexyu nailing it too. Getting the miss after that section. Very interesting.
It's not the worst to double step, 135. It's like pretty free.
The only tricky part is making sure you're avoiding the mines properly through that, I think.
Yep. Tony's so mean with mines. I won't go into it intensely now, but end of element conflict, those are the worst mines of all time.
Goodness, yes.
So another thing to keep in mind about the In the Groove or Stepmania, as we interchangeably will call it, hold window is really interesting. So those long notes are holds, you probably know from DDR, and there's actually quite a bit of grace period. Like you actually don't have to hold them the whole time. So like all those ones that are just like one half beat, like you don't have to hold any of those. So that also makes strategy really interesting.
And it was
Zexy.
always so jarring.
Easy W right there.
Yeah. Wow. A 9070X on this is really good too.
Yeah. Shouts HellKite, still going strong.
The fact that HellKite is not just like passing out on the pads, almost failing stuff at this point.
Dude, 3 stages of content is a lot of content.
They deserve a great meal after this.
Right? Speaking of great meal, shout out to Momofuku. That was a great meal. Thank you, David Chang.
Nice.
Had some spicy ramen.